Hello, students. Welcome to Writer's Workshop. We've been working on finishing up our teaching books. Today, I want to teach you about two other fun things you could have in your teaching book. One is to use big and bold pop-out words to give keywords and other important fun words some oomph. And also, you can use speech bubbles. If your teaching book is about a certain animal, the animal could be talking. Maybe it's you talking in the picture about the thing you're teaching. Let me show you some student examples of these things. So, here we are back at the book we've looked at a lot, all about owls. And right on the cover, this writer has the owls talking. Oh, hi. Yum. Okay. Whoo. Okay, so this is an example of speech bubbles. Oh, there's their table of contents. Okay, right here on the first page, the introduction, it has an owl going, hoo, boo, and the little mouse going, eek. Okay, so that's a little bit funny, but it is even teaching us, right? It's teaching us that the mouse is the prey of the owl, who is a predator. Also in this introduction, you can see some examples of using action lines around the words. What hoot, right? Owl, hoo. It's got action lines around the words. On this page, this is a really funny one. On this page, the owl has a think bubble, and it's thinking yum. And the little mouse is just going hum bum, like it's just walking around, okay? And again, in her writing, this student used action words. Owls are birds of prey. They love food, okay? So here and there, the student added action signs for certain words. I'm going to look for one more example. Here on the page where she was teaching about how owls are predators, she had the word predator with some squiggly around it, kind of highlighting that as a key word. Finally, at the end, in her conclusion, she has the owl and the writer talking to each other. The owl saying bye, whoo, and she is saying bye to the reader. Another example is in this book about the weather. On one page, the picture has a person in hot weather. It's sunny, and the person is saying, it is so hot. Okay, so there's another example of using a speech bubble. In this book, The Guide to a Cat, there's lots of not just speech bubbles, but thinking bubbles. Here on the very first page, it has a cat and a kitten, and the kitten is thinking a kitten is a baby cat. So the kitten has a think bubble that's teaching you something. Here's a page where it's talking about how cats like to play, and the cat is going meow, meow, meow. So the animals that you're teaching about can be making their animal sounds. And finally, let me get to it. Oh, here's another example where instead of a bold word, the student used some action signs and made cutest. Look for the cutest one. She's talking about getting a cat, and she made cutest kind of with some action lines. Finally, in her conclusion, where she has a drawing of a domestic cat and a wild cat, she has this cat thinking lives in a house, and the wild cat is thinking lives in Savannah. So, I hope that you're understanding from these examples that you could look through your teaching books and see where you can use big, bold pop-out words or speech bubbles. I want to show you one more thing today because I know many of you are finishing up your books, I want us to look at my yoga book and ask ourselves, is this book finished? So you can ask yourself if your book is finished. So to do this, I'm going to ask us to look at a kind of a checklist that reminds us of what we should have in our book. I taught my readers about a topic. Did you teach them about something? This example is all about baseball. In the beginning, I named my topic and got my readers' attention. So this is our introduction. Did you do that in your book? I told different parts about my topic on different pages. Okay, do you have some different pages showing different things? I wrote an ending. That's the conclusion. Did you tell about the topic part by part? Do you have lots of facts? And did you use labels and words to give facts? Let's look at this in my yoga book. So I have a cover all about yoga. I have my name on it because I'm the author. Behind the cover is my introduction. You should have an introduction in your teaching book. Then I have my table of contents. We had a lesson about how to do this. You should have a table of contents too. Then I have the pages, the main body of my book. This page is about how everyone can do it and where you go to do it. This is more all about yoga. This is about stuff you will need. This is about breathing in yoga. This is about different poses. And then you might also have a different kinds of page, or maybe you have a big diagram page. You might have a fun facts page. And finally, be absolutely sure that you have a conclusion. If you have all of those parts in your book, then you can be sure that your book is ready to go. And I look forward to seeing you post it in Seesaw on Monday so I can get a look at your finished teaching book. Off to your writing.